What have we done? Well, I'm a sucker for a good deal. So welcome this 2006 H3 Hummer to the Rock Your 4x4 stable. There is a ton of stuff wrong with this thing and a ton of things that we want to do to make it a little more cool. And who knows, if my daughter likes it enough, this will be her first car. So just a kind of an overview of what we got going on here. This is the 5-cylinder inline 5-cylinder engine, the 3.5. Later generations had a 3.7. And then also there was the Alpha Edition Hummer H3, which had the 5.3. So, you know, worst case scenario, let's swap the world. But anywho, we've got several things going on here. Battery is not tied down. It's got terrible cable connections here. As you can see, the previous owner just, half did this. So we're gonna get a nice battery box and a bigger battery and some good cables as a good starting point. Here on the hood, both of these struts are worn out. So that's why we have this hood prop rod in there. Didn't notice this when I bought it, but most of the fan blades are broken at some form or fashion here. I don't know if it hits something at some point in time. You can see the chips off of that one there. But it's also missing the fan shroud. So who knows, this might need a 1-inch body lift or something and we can redo the shroud and the fan. But those are just a few more things we need to address. One other thing, the main reason I bought this is the transmission is out of it. It has first gear and second gear and reverse, but no third or fourth. So it's probably the typical 4L60E 3/4 clutch issues, and we're gonna get that fixed. But I don't know if you can see that right there. It's got a pretty good oil leak, so we're gonna have to fix that as well. Definitely needs probably our first mod. Let's make it our first mod. Get rid of this chrome stuff. So it already looks better on that window. We'll have to roll the windows down to get the rest of those out, I believe. But wheels and tires are nasty. They've got a lot of just corrosion buildup. That bubbly corrosion that comes underneath chrome-clad wheels or chromed wheels. So we probably are going to get rid of that, get rid of these tube steps, get rid of these chrome mirror caps, and also, of course, get rid of the chrome grille. Headlight, when I first picked it up, was full of water and then had the whole lens condensation over it. So I've been laying in bed at night watching videos on mods for these things, and there's lots of 7-inch headlight conversions for them. So anyway, this thing is completely nasty. I mean, it's gross. This will come off, but it's gonna take some elbow grease. Roof of it probably hadn't been washed in several years. Took the spare tire off, and here's what was behind that. So it's pretty gross. I went ahead and cleaned out the rear of it already, but if you look in here, carpet is nasty. Seat bolster is messed up on this driver's seat. Something else that we found out is the key will not remove from the ignition. So we went ahead and removed the lockout solenoid for the ignition. This thing has like a rattle noise. I don't know what's going on with that, or if it's something to do with this thing here, because you can hear it. Something's loose in there. And then also right here, it wouldn't go into gear unless you bypass the brake transmission shift interlock. And this connector is all butchered. So I went ahead and ordered this connector and pigtail from the dealer. It's like $30. That'll be here tomorrow. And the shifter handle and the shifter boot is still available. It's kind of expensive, but we might talk to Matt over at Morgan's Auto Trim and see if he can redo the boot for us. I don't know though, because this shifter is still pretty nasty and there's it's just kind of gooey feeling and gross. but the console's broke right here. I think if we get that top bezel put back on, that can be like glued or, you know, plastic welded back together or something. But anyway, that is the new project, and it is going to need a lot of work. I've got a year and a half on this one before it is needed. But yeah, look at all that grime there. I'm thinking clean it up, dechrome it, fix all the issues, maybe a nice looking set of wheels and tires. Address this right here. This thing is sitting 4.5 inches higher in the rear than in the front. And I put a jack under here and raised the front 2 inches, and it looked a whole lot better. And that will clear, from what I've been told, a 35-inch tire. So something to consider as buying a used vehicle that might be a light off-roader. Should be a fun little build. So make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know what you think we should do to this thing, and we'll try to release videos regularly on this build. Well, that escalated quickly. In a matter of 10 minutes, we've got these ugly visors off of this thing. And then we're gonna toss them in the garbage and then pull the grill off. So the grill is super easy. So you've got a 10 millimeter right here on each side through the front. And then across the back, you've got a 10 millimeter nut right here and then a bolt here. So a total of 6 fasteners, and then a couple of clips that just snap in somewhere around here, but you just grasp the front of it and snap it off. And I mean, look at this grime here. We're gonna be able to get all that junk off there and get it cleaned up. Polish up these turn signal lenses. Probably replace both headlight assemblies. Look at this one, it's nasty. But anyway, we'll go ahead and look at maybe doing that 7-inch headlight conversion. We stock 7-inch LED lights at the shop, so we might just grab a set of those and throw on here and see how it does. Anyway, phase 1, tear down.